All right, guys, welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of our alternator rebuild, our $26 alternator rebuild. Well, at least that's what it cost for the rebuild kit itself. I got the link down below. I think I got this stuff off Amazon. But basically what we decided to do with this is quite a few episodes ago, I'll link it right here to part 1, is I wanted to have the alternator black to buy a brand new, black alternator. It was like $200. Even a regular OEM type replacement was like $100. Lo and behold, I was looking around, I found this rebuild kit for $26, and then I was already getting some other parts powder coated. So I got the housing and stuff powder coated as well. So plus I haven't rebuilt an alternator in like 20 years. So I thought it might be cool to do it. So let's get back into it. Let's start putting this thing back together. All right, so with this kit, kind of where we left off last time is we need to get off this rear bearing. So the front bearing came off easy, came out, all that good stuff. This one's stuck on here. So I tried to watch some videos. I saw some guys will just take their cutoff wheel and kind of carefully cut it. That's a little sketchy because I'm scared to mess up this ceramic crap down here. So we got to figure that out because it doesn't, this whole alternator didn't make noise or anything to begin with, right? But it doesn't, it doesn't sound the best. So if we can fix it, we already got a new one, that'd be cool. Now, let's look at like this whole voltage regulator thing. So this is the old one, and you can see it's got some magnets that stick out there. And the new one they give you kind of has a little pin in there just to hold those magnets in place, and then you can remove it at the very end. So you basically just stick that dude on there. Comes with a couple bolts. So we'll get those in there. And then this kind of cover goes back on top. And then this little assembly will be ready to go. So for the big bearing, pretty easy. I just used my little bearing driver kit, and this dude was like, 50 millimeters. So just about 2 inches, drove that thing down like you saw, and then just put that little cover back on. This thing takes 8 millimeter bolts. So this is good to go. And then I popped in this, the little red, plastic piece. It goes from the inside through. This is where like our B+ terminal, I think, is. So let's see. We got this guy all together. So we're basically ready to just throw the thing back together except for this stupid bearing. So let me try to mess with this and figure out what the heck we're going to do with this guy. All right, guys, I am just about giving up on this rear bearing besides cutting it. I don't really want to cut it, and I don't think it's bad enough to even, I'm not super worried. So I think I'm just going to press on and keep pressing on. But unless there's some kind of special tool, maybe something that can like grab this and then, push on the middle, like some kind of, I guess like a pressing tool. Dang, that's probably what you need. Probably need some kind of bearing puller. Anyway, I don't have that. I feel pretty comfortable just rocking it out how we got it. So I'm going to go ahead, try to remember how the heck all this goes together real quick, and then I'll let you guys know. All right, so up to this point, we just basically slid all the components back together. And then you kind of saw me before I put the top cover on, I just basically took my hammer and kind of beat this thing down. And it was still feeling, kind of loose and weird. I mean, it did spin, seemed okay. And then once I put the cover on, the cover just literally slid on, no hammer, nothing. I just put in these 3 bolts. These are just 3 8mm again. Wasn't sure on the torque, so I just, this thing only probably does 25, 30 foot-pounds. So I just did that till it stopped, right? And that seems good. We've got pretty even threads all the way around, maybe 5, 6 threads sticking out. But now, I mean, it spins. Woo! No noise. Just feels brand new. I mean, feels rebuilt, which it is, except for that rear bearing. But hey, no one will know but us, right? So I think the last thing now, so, the terminal's sticking out. I got the little nut on there. Now we just got to put back in this voltage regulator deal. And then the last thing will be our little pulley. So this thing's easy to tell. There's a little cutout here for the connector, right? And let's see, should be able to, is that dude in there all the way? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So that's it. And then we reuse our same bolts. These are these little T15s. So we'll torque those down real quick. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if this little pin thing will come out. Dang, it's tight. Let me see if need some pliers. Oh, there we go. Cool. That's just a little metal pin. Okay, so I can hear it's a little bit different now. I can hear like kind of dragging against the magnets now that they're out. Cool. Still super freaking smooth, man. No in and out play. The shafts are great. The only thing I wasn't sure is if I clocked it correctly, but I think it's good. I'm pretty sure this is how it gets mounted, and then there's your terminal or whatever. So hopefully I did it right. Dang, you guys. So I was just looking at a video on my phone, and it is screwed up. So I'm just going to have to undo these 3 bolts real quick, and then it's just reclocking basically the front, right? So I can just spin it back around. Shouldn't affect anything. So, won't matter that the magnets are out, but yeah, I do need to get it and then just reclock this, because it looks like, yeah, basically where this is right now just needs to be spun 180 degrees on the front cover. Good thing I checked. All right, I finally got this freaking top cover knocked loose. Took forever. My stupid dead blow just wouldn't work. I gave it one little tap with that thing, and it just fell right out. So anyway, now I'm just looking at my old video here because I'm trying to figure out how to have it. So looks like this is kind of what we had, right? So, yep, got our little B+ terminal right there, our dude on top, and then we got the fatter dude right there, right in front of it. So this looks good. So now I'm going to freaking lock it down the right way. So make sure you do this. Otherwise, you'll waste 30 minutes doing this stupid, taking it all apart again. Last step now should be the easy part. We just take our pulley, your stock pulley if you're just doing the stock one. In my case, I'm going with this little aftermarket underdrive pulley set. So get that thing seated, and I'm going to reuse that same factory nut. And just take my impact, hammer it on down. Then ultimately this cover goes back on. All right, there she is. Spins good, looks good. Hopefully it works. Give this thing a little bit of a, just tried to sand it down a little bit. Looks like it got rubbed on something before. Some kind of something. So looks a lot better. But yeah, I'm glad I went with the black. I think that's going to look cool because we're going to, it's going to kind of look, something like this. Yeah, something like that. So I think this pulley kind of matches, kind of offsets the black and stuff. That'll be pretty sweet. So again, guys, for, $26 for the rebuild kit, probably cost me, I don't know, another 30, 40 bucks maybe for this powder coat. was part of a big batch of stuff, so I'm not sure exactly how much it cost. But again, very little time. I mean, other than me screwing it up, having to retake stuff back apart, this is a pretty simple process for these Mustangs. So anyway, I'm pretty stoked about it. I think it came out pretty cool. So yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll catch you guys on the next one.